Patriots introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the New York Jets. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
Brandon, whatever happened to the old rule that if you don't know that you're definitely going to get it to at least a 20-yard line, you just take a knee in the end zone. Sometimes being too aggressive can actually cost you.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Tua. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. First carry for Raheem Mostert. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
No problem there on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
He'll fire one downfield for Fant, and that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. It's a big play there for the Jets on 3rd down. That catch, by the way, number 940 in his career, so he's 60 away from a grand, but 940, that ties him with Art Monk.
And I think it's fitting that he tied Art Monk because of the way that he goes about his business, the way that he plays the game. Not a lot of flash, not a lot of dash, but plenty of production.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Eluding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
And some space here. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Jets 3,
So 3 plays already, 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's swung out wide to Harris. Touchdown! Damian Harris, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Now the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Christian Barmore able to record his 5th sack of the season. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Patriots take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Tua. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far there.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point safely through. And the lead is down to 4. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. Hunter Henry brings it in. Powering his way forward. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
First down, here's White. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Tua going to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play there for the Patriots. That last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This complete to Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. On play action, here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And his kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he gets it to go, and we're all even. 17 apiece. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. Tua now on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And just a yard to go here on second down. Now Tua. Going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ashtyn Davis. And the Jets are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. He'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Ashtyn Davis. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So nothing separating these two teams as we head to the break, all square. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point up and through. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when
he's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play there for New England. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Tua sets up to pass it. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Jets offense coming up now to start their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. 2nd and 14. This is the tight end Fant. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Definitely not how you want to start things on 1st down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown or bust.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Harris. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Now Tua going to try and sneak it. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Now the try here for the point after. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Next to score, Patriots 27, Jets 24.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. On play action, they'll throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Dancing to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They go play action here on first down. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and a yard. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. Oh, no, he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Now we'll throw here to his running back. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Second and 5. His throw incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. If it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his tight end fan. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now here's a throw that's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a big play that time by the Jets. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. He had one touchdown earlier, nearly a second one there.
Yeah, it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep him out of the end zone after a big play. Perhaps you go right back to him. Don't need the distance, but maybe he can pay things off after a big effort.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, look to fight another down, right?
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Eluding the pressure right. Rifles one complete into the hands of Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy. And his kick is right there. It's good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Here's Tagovailoa on first and 10. And right side, Henry's got it.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
4 yards remain for second down.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. It's Harris. And a solid run down inside the 30. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They run again with Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They defer to White out of the shotgun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Back to throw is Tua. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So a little under 50 seconds to go. Plenty of time if they can get this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Down to an knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense